Hey, what's up everybody? Alpaca-Kitten Productions doing another Fallout 76 video. In this video, I'm going to mess around with the I Become Death quest. And I'm going to do two experiments. Very, very simple. Number one, can I survive in my actual shelter by my camp? So as you can see, I've got a camp right on the edge of Cranberry Bog. And I'm going to build a little Fallout bunker sitting there when the nuke first launches. And then make sure you stay to the end because I actually launch a nuke on Crater. And it is actually a really interesting result. So make sure you stay till the end. If you're new to the channel, I do loads of Fallout 76 videos. Do nuke codes, and that's due to come out in about 8 hours time from when this video goes. And also, I did a video about Maul and what you get. So make sure you check that video out. And I'm using him as a sacrifice to see whether or not he actually survives in this as well. And I accidentally shot him, so he might not have even survived this video. But luckily enough, he does just get straight back up. So, in terms of what's happened is the players already launched a nuke on the Scorched Beast Queen. I realised there was a countdown, so I went straight down into my bunker. And the countdown was on. So the nuke launched now. And as you can see, my shelter is just on the edge of the nuke zone. Disappointingly, no noise whatsoever from the actual nuke launching. And no real sort of cinematic or anything at all. So there's quite a little bit of a disappointment there. So I waited a few seconds to make sure that it had, of course, launched. And so I decided during that time just to show you very quickly through my Fallout shelter. It's nothing really ridiculously exciting. I tried to do it as like some sort of underground lair. Nearly built up the courage to go outside, but then decided I might actually just quickly wait, walk around the edges to make sure that there is definitely no sign of any radiation. So the good news is that actually your shelter does survive and doesn't receive any damage or any radiation. So that is actually a plus. So there is no sort of destroying of that area, which is great. So the only other little tip, if you do go into your shelter, do remember to put on some sort of power armor or, of course, hazmat suit. Because, as you can see now, I am now just dead outside my shelter. The interesting thing once I actually respawned was there was no markers. And I don't know if anyone's had that or that's actually a glitch. If it is, please let me know down in the comments below. But the other good news was that Maul did survive this experiment. And he's just sitting there like nothing has happened whatsoever. So that's your first bit. News is, yes, you do survive in your bunker. And yes, it does work. So now on to nuking, of course, the crater. So, as I said, part number two was to launch the nuke onto Crater. So, I decided this was just something because I've seen a couple of these sort of videos, but I haven't actually watched it all the way through. So, I put in, of course, as normal, nuclear keycard. Go and put in the nuke code, which if you do ever want to know the nuke codes, I do a weekly video. For this week, the Bravo code was 54410637. And so that will be coming out hopefully in about the next 9 hours or so with the new one. And then I chose my wonderful target, which was, of course, Crater. And so that was, I sort of had a little bit of a worry. I was like, shall I do Crater or shall I do Foundation? And I decided that I don't really like Crater. So we decided to launch the nuke there. Now, another thing that I thought was an interesting experiment was I was going to stay in the missile silo to see whether or not it actually just allows you to stay in and then reset. But unfortunately, what I'll do is I'll cut to this little bit here. And all you really get is the shutters come down and it says it's restoring the silo payload. And I actually stayed until it got down to the countdown. But unfortunately, all it does is that it just travels you straight out. It does give you a 5-minute warning and then a 1-minute warning and then out you go. So unfortunately, no, you cannot stay in the missile silo. That is unfortunately a big no-no. I thought it would be quite a clever idea, but it doesn't unfortunately work. Right, last but not least, I was actually quite interested with this experiment of nuking Crater. So what you actually see when you first arrive is there's actually a couple of explosions in the background. And I was like, oh, okay. So some damage has definitely been done. And so we start making our way, and I was like, well, it's still standing. That's a little bit of a disappointment. I was hoping there might be some sort of damage or something like that, but unfortunately not. But the most interesting change was I was like, oh, it's quiet. There's actually no one around. And so I thought, they've all died. And that was quite funny. There was no robots there or anything. And then we came across the raiders. And what they've done is they've all put hazmat suits on. So, for example, if you think about Rosiski, how she's normally dressed, she might tell me I've got some work later, like everything's just casual. And they're just all walking around like they're normal NPCs, just in radiation suits. So my last little bit was, I thought, well, okay, so that's everyone that you would normally know. And then I thought, well, we'll go and see Meg as well, see how well that actually survives. But as you can see, all of the main characters, there's no real change in the dialogue. There's no real change in how they react to you, even though you've just nuked their whole entire sort of base. There is some other random people come and have a look why the hell crater has also been nuked. But my last thing was, yeah, what has Meg got to do and the rest of the people inside? Did it survive the nuclear explosion? Did it not survive? You know, is there any changes? Are they wearing rad sort of like suits? And so I thought, okay, let's go and have a little look. So what do you think before I get in there? Are they wearing rad suits? Are they not? Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. The interesting last bit is the way that Meg reacts to you. So I come in, again, no sign of any radiation. So the radiation has actually not got through here either. And in the end, everyone is just wearing their normal attire and apparel. So there's no change in that. But the interesting thought was with Meg was this little dialogue.
Quite a mess on my hands after that little stunt you pulled. My crew's calm, for now. But you got a lot of work to do if you aim to get back in our good graces.
So I was like, have you, or do you know that I launched the nuke? And so I was like, that's a weird one.
I still got this crew to take care of. Making an enemy out of you ain't high on my list.
And so I opened up all the dialogues, and then I think that's down to, I don't know if everyone else has done this, but I think that is down to the questions, so not the questions, when you do the gold bullion quests, I sided with Foundation, and they were the ones that initially got all my rep, so I think she's still reacting angrily to me doing the bullion for Foundation. Let me know if that is that dialogue. I don't think she's reacting to my conversation. So there you are, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I hope you've enjoyed it a lot. Leave me some comments down below what you thought, what you want me to do next. Leon as well, one of the subscribers, has given me a couple of ideas, so I will be working on them as well. But thank you very much, everyone. You have a good day, and I will see you in about 8 to 10 hours with the latest nuke codes. Thank you very much, everyone. Bye-bye.